What is up, everybody? J Nell here with my 2013 WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view recap. Let's get right into it. This was a good show. I like the Money in the Bank pay-per-views. First up, I did not see the pre-show where Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins retained their tag team championships against the Usos. However, they did retain it. So, into the main event. First up, we had the up-and-comers Money in the Bank challenge. It was Damien, Sandow, Cody Rhodes, Dean Ambrose, Fandango, the Real Americans, Antonio Cesaro, and Jack Swagger. These guys, man, they laid it out there, spots left and right. The Real Americans were definitely working together with the ladder. At one point, Cesaro was on Swagger's shoulders trying to get the briefcase. I do believe they're going to be a tag team at some point. It just feels like that. Fandango took a lot of punishment. Man, seems like everybody did their finishers on him. Cody Rhodes looked excellent. He was laying people out left and right, and I do believe he turned face, and I'll talk about that in a second. There was one moment where Dean Ambrose got some help from the Shield. The Tag Team champions came back out to assist him. Then the Usos came out to beat up on the champions. I don't think this was necessary. The 6 guys who were in the Money in the Bank match were doing such a great job. I think it took away from what they were doing. It was more of a distraction rather than an enhancement, so it was unnecessary. Now, Cody Rhodes, like I said, I believe he had a face turn here. He was the last man standing. He laid everybody out. He was kicking butt. Climbing the ladder. Almost there. Then his boy, Damien Sandow, who had been hiding out by the announcer's table for majority of the match, but you didn't realize it because the in-ring action was so good. Damien Sandow comes out, knocks him out off the ladder, and he becomes the Money in the Bank winner for the world title, Damien Sandow. So I was a bit surprised, but you know what? Due to who was in this match, if any of them would have won, I would have been a bit surprised. The only one, I didn't think Dean Ambrose was going to win because he's already the U.S. champion, so I didn't think they were going to give him all of that. But other than that, I'd have been a bit surprised about any of them, and that's what I liked about this, is that it wasn't predictable. If you watch the WWE as often as I do, you know, it gets a little boring when you know who's going to win, and I didn't. I genuinely did not know who's going to win this match. So kudos to Damien Sandow. He's going to put together some amazing promos with that briefcase. Sandow, seriously? It's going to be fun. Next up, we had the Divas Championship match. The champion AJ Lee versus Caitlyn. This was her rematch. It was a good match. It was hard-hitting. It was short. It ended with the Black Widow by AJ. She had it on Caitlyn for a while before Caitlyn, sunk to the ground and then eventually tapped. It was a good match. I hope this is done now. I want this feud to be over. I want my girl Layla to get in the feud. Because you know what? Her and AJ, I believe, could put together some seriously legitimate matches. Some entertaining, female, hard-hitting, good wrestling matches. So I'm hoping, I think they're going to put her in the mix. They've had her out a lot lately, so put Layla in the mix. Next up, we had the Intercontinental Championship. It was the champion, Curtis Axel, against The Miz. You know what? I haven't connected to Curtis Axel yet. I just haven't. On the mic, he's okay. In ring, he's okay. I just haven't been able to connect. I don't see what all the hoopla is about. And that's kind of how I felt about the match. I was in and out. Really wasn't connected. The biggest pop came when The Miz slapped on the figure 4. Axel reversed it. Miz reversed it again. Axel eventually got his finishing move and retained his title. The crowd was great, by the way, throughout the entire event. The Philly crowd was awesome. Again, just really wasn't very into this match for me. Next up, I don't know if I'm going out of order or not, but it was the World Championship match. The champion, Alberto Del Rio, against Dolph Ziggler, came out pretty much solo. This is a good match. These two can go. It wasn't as good as the match when Alberto won the title, but it was good. It ended in controversy. When AJ came out, skipping out, she got in the ring to try to help Dolph. She hit Alberto with her championship belt and was seen by the ref. So DQ'd Dolph Ziggler, and Alberto retained his title. Afterwards, Dolph Ziggler and AJ were arguing in the ring. At one point, I thought he was saying, "It's over, it's over." But he was saying, "It was over," as in, I had him, you didn't have to interfere. And they left. So they didn't break up yet. Not yet. Next up, we had my boy Y2J against Ryback. And, you know, there wasn't any aids for Ryback in this match. And by that I mean he's normally in these no DQ matches where he gets to use the outside of the ring, stairs, tools, ambulances. So there's lots of aids for him to make this match entertaining. Well, he didn't have that. He just had him and Y2J. Y2J, who's notorious for making guys look good in the ring. He's great at stringing moves together, transitions, calling in-ring moves. He's great at this. He made Ryback look okay. You know, it was just okay. It was okay. It was okay. It ended with Y2J going for the lion salt, missing it, landing on his feet. This camera's shaking a lot. I apologize, you guys. Landing on his feet, and then Ryback rolled him up and got the 1, 2, 3. It was whack. It was whack. A roll up, it was whack. So I hear that Fozzie's going on tour again. So there you go. Good luck to you, Y2J. Next up, we had the WWE Championship title match between John Cena and Mark Henry, and this was good. I enjoyed this. They went back and forth. They went at it. John Cena basically tried to get the AA several times. Legs kept giving out, couldn't get it. Mark Henry tried every little dirty trick in the book. He even hit Cena in the balls at one point. Didn't get caught by the ref and still didn't get the pin. Eventually, John Cena got his submission move, the STF, and submitted Mark Henry. I hope they carry this on all the way to SummerSlam, or at least a little further than this. I like this feud. I like Mark Henry. He's great on the mic. He's good in the ring, and they put together a decent match. So I hope they drag this out just a little bit longer, especially because of what happens here in the next Money in the Bank match. Woo! Getting through this, you guys. I'm trying to get this as short as possible. All right. All-Star Money in the Bank. We had, of course, the Philly Boy returns. RVD, Rob Van Dam. We had Randy Orton, Christian, CM Punk, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and Sheamus. Whew, there we go. Now, this was good. You know what? This was really good. Sheamus got booed. He was the only one that got booed. And but Sheamus took a lot of punishment, some big bumps. He got the ladder swept up from underneath him twice. There was one bump where he was on the top ropes, then fell outside the ring onto a ladder, broke the ladder in half. The ladder was balanced on the announcer's table and the ring apron. Broke it in half. It was a serious bump, dude. Sheamus did really good in this match. They all did. They all had their moments. There was one moment where all 6 superstars were on 2 ladders, all fighting up at the top at once. It was great. The crowd was into it. I was into it. I'm telling you, when RVD came out, even I got a little excited. RVD. All right. So this, a lot of stuff happened in this match. So there was some interference. Daniel Bryan went into Daniel Bryan mode, started laying people out like he's been for the last couple of months. Got on the ladder. Then out comes Curtis Axel, okay? Beats him down. Beats him all the way outside the ring. Beats him outside the ring. Then here comes Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman comes out and he's cussing out Axel. I'm about to call him Axel Rose. Cussing out Curtis Axel. You're not supposed to be out here. What are you doing? This is CM Punk's moment. CM Punk is the only one basically with a little life left. He starts to climb the ladder. Paul Heyman's cheering him on. Go, go Punk, go Punk. He gets in the ring. Go Punk, go Punk. He takes another ladder that's laying against the rope and he hits CM Punk 3 times. The last time he hit him in the face, knocks him out, rolls outside the ring. Double cross. Paul Heyman. Big double cross. Paul Heyman. So, this boils down to RVD. He's on the ladder. He's about to get the briefcase. Here comes Randy Orton. He basically makes him fall off the ladder, and in mid-flight, in air, he lands the RKO. This was a really good move. It looked really good, and then Randy Orton became the winner of the world title Money in the Bank briefcase. And you know what? I didn't expect it all the way up until the double cross, because I knew it wasn't going to be Daniel Bryan, because they just were foreshadowing it too much. All the weeks leading up, he was kicking everybody's butt and then getting on ladders and pointing to the sky. So it was just too much. I knew it wasn't going to be Daniel Bryan. Kind of thought it might be CM Punk or Randy Orton. Knew it wasn't going to be Sheamus or Christian. RVD didn't sign a full-time contract, so I knew it was going to be him. When Paul Heyman came out with the double cross, it was when I was like, okay, Randy Orton. So good overall pay-per-view. Sorry the recap's so long, y'all. That's my recap. Take care and goodbye.